That's useful. So Eileen is chair of Defend Council. I'm the chair of the organisation called Defend Council Housing, which is set up to stop privatisation but also to win investment in the new generation. And can I just say, in relation to the earlier discussion, council housing is community-owned housing. The question is how we assert control over it. We own it. It's our money. But in this discussion, I think there isn't time to discuss the whole theoretical and abstract discussion about urban planning agendas. I think the point of this workshop is what we do about what's happening. And I feel the useful thing I can do is to set a few definitions. So, what is council housing? We always say it's decent housing because you have a legal right to repair. It's the only tenants in British law that do. It's genuinely affordable in that its rent is not driven by the market. Sadly, it's a little bit market related now, but generally it's not market determined rent. It's secure. The most secure tenancy that exists in British law is a council tenancy. In 1980 we won the right to a lifetime tenancy, and crucially, and underpinning all of that, is accountable. The only tenants in Britain who get to vote for your landlord, and as numbers of councils across Britain have seen, get to vote against your landlord when they try to privatise, demolish or sell off homes. That has happened in a number of places, and I predict will happen in a few more. What it isn't, what council housing is not, is the so-called affordable rent, up to 80% market rent model, which let's not forget that it always has to be linked to a fixed term tenancy, because that's the only way we regulate so-called affordable rent. It always means a less secure tenancy. It isn't part by part rent, which is, as Shelby described, this rip-off of all housing tenures. It isn't for sale and speculation on the open market, although there's a whole right to buy discussion. It is not housing associations, and there is an increasing sport about saying we're building council housing. This is what Theresa May did at the Tory Party conference. Actually, what you're talking about is a budget that invests, that housing associations can bid against in order to build part by part rent and all of the above. And it isn't the product of the special purpose vehicle PFI Mark III, we call it, that is happening in Haringey, and that every other council is getting in on the game of. And if Haringey get away with what they're trying to do, every council in the country will be trying to do the same thing. So, and I just finally, that council housing as mass developed after the First and the Second World War was part of a vision of an alternative to a failing private market. That vision from the start was compromised by developers making money out of it, by standards, by arguments, but the idea that housing is a right and is not market related, and that communities built to high standard, homes built to the very highest standard, which provide homes for everyone that needs it, that is a vision that I think, and in some cases and in some places, has and does transform lives, including mine. It didn't come out of nowhere, and just as one figure, the Second World War, big major Tory and Labour governments competed to build 500,000 council homes a year. Where did that start? That started with, I just looked up the figure, 39,535 households, direct action occupation of empty homes and army bases during and at the end of the Second World War. That's what drove the policy, that's what we need to not forget. And okay, I'm going to speed up now, but what's gentrification? I think the simple thing about this is it's not some annoying person with a beard moving in next to me.
Point of order.
You asked me.
Or even with a bowler hat.
Let's leave that discussion about what we think about expensive coffee shops somewhere else. Let's talk about the process of developers and investors looking to up their returns by driving speculation and wanting to grab the land on which public housing sits, because that land is now a hugely valuable asset. That's what's driving the problem that we're facing. Improvements in houses are needed, improvements on estates are needed, but the land grabs and the drive of stock transfers and the right to buy and all the rest of it has produced a situation where at this moment people are paying more for housing as a proportion of income than at any time since that figure was ever measured. That's the net effect of what's going on, and it's so the question is, how do we push back? And I think at that point let's discuss.
So how do, Eileen, do you think it would be useful to, we've got, don't I say till 3:15, so we've got almost half an hour, would it be useful to structure this around, I mean, you've given us an outline of what is council housing, what it isn't, where it's come from, and sort of the bit of gentrification that we're concerned about, which is this speculation, this land grab of public assets. What would it be useful for us to kind of, we obviously need to hear from Haringey about that pushback, or would that be, can you suggest how we can structure some threads?
Well, yes, but I didn't want to be telling you what, but I think, how do we actually win the right on the I mean, we from our point of view, we have to make landlords listen to tenants. That's what Grenfell says. And the tenants and the people living on an estate have a binding ballot vote is one way that you force them to listen. But the question is, it seems to me, for local groups, how do you make that happen? How do you make it a political reality? It's happened where I live and the council's threatening to. I've got the list here of all the estates we know of in London. How can the Greens help make that a reality on the ground? So there's the ballot, and then there's campaigns around selling off public land, which it seems to me is another thing where we can make the difference between some abstract discussion, it would be good to, into saying, see that site there where the London Chest Hospital used to be or whatever, we are going to make that a fight. If we have to camp tents on it, we will. We have to work with the wider community to make that a real bit of resistance of the sort that we saw at the end of the Second World War. It seems to me that's two bits of the discussion we need to But I think it's too complicated to try and do that properly in this session.
Let's sort of be focused.
We also need to talk about how to sort of position housing in Green Party sort of strategy and politics generally, and how to communicate it.
I think this workshop is about really focusing in on these questions around, sort of how do we make landlords listen to tenants? How do we campaign against this sell-off of public land? I think those are two pretty big, meaty questions that we could actually feed back to the rest of the group with some good ideas. So perhaps if we start on the ballots and listening to tenants, and maybe, do you want to give us a little bit of update from 2-3 minutes from Haringey?
Yeah. Ask about the we. Who is the we here? What campaigns already exist? What strategies are they developing? And how can the Green Party play a role in strengthening, or if necessary, creating such campaigns that really attack the root of the problem?
Well, I think that's a very good question. But,
so do we have people here who are involved in such campaigns? I mean, obviously Gordon, but anyone else as well?
Shall we let them come in with some stuff from Haringey?
Yeah, I'll try and be as succinct as possible to the question of the moment. What Haringey is trying to do is potentially sell off all its public assets. So as Eileen said, it's about the privatisation of public land. And it's mainly Labour authorities who are doing it in London. And one of the interesting things is that because it's Labour authorities doing it, even left Labour people feel slightly constrained in what actions they can take, which is in a way an entry for the Greens. I mention that as a political point, because we have been able to push left Labour people to standing up against their own authority and taking it to the Labour conference. So there's a political aspect there. It's about rights to a house, and it's about the right to have public land not privatised. Why you can't do it within the current political mechanisms is also affected by the nature of the laws being used. Haringey used cabinet government. They've never gone to full council. That's one of the issues that's coming up in the High Court this week. So most backbench councillors, Labour or Lib Dem in Haringey, don't know anything except questions they keep asking of cabinet members about what is actually going on, because the strategic decisions are not made by the council. So that's one of the aspects of the legal challenge. That's quite an important one. Secondly, the partnership we're challenging is one with a multinational lend-lease who will take away, in this 50-50 partnership as it's called, they'll take away council rights. Now the council emphasise the right to return. So they say all council dwellers will have the right to maintain a house on the new sites that will be redeveloped.
And the original rents.
But no, they don't say that.
They don't say
but they will not have the right of return, because as already happened in Southwark, and is happening now in West Tottenham, which is not in this site, many tenants get seduced by offers to move. And in fact, most people take the chance of moving out. And as soon as you take the chance of moving, you lose the right of return. The other thing that happens is council tenancies and secure tenancies for life are not replaced by non-council tenancies. So there is a real loss involved, about which there's a lot of propaganda by councils to say people will have the same rights, but they won't. So there are three challenges in law. One is through Human Rights Act, one is through Freedom of Information Act, and one is through the Public Sector Equality Duty. And all of these will come up in the High Court next week, in which we will maintain that Haringey Council, attempting to sell off all its public assets at some stage, is in breach of all these acts of Parliament. And we're having to do that because the council cabinet method of government is insufficient way of challenging. So we're having to take it to law, and that's why it is so important. Because we want
could you stand up, because this guy's quite loud behind me. Just repeat that last point that you made, please. About how the cabinet.
Yes, say that last point. Well, cabinet government, which was introduced by Blair in the 1990s, was I used to be chief officer decades ago, and we always went to committees and all the councillors came. Now it doesn't work that way since the mid-1990s. The cabinet of eight or nine people makes all the decisions and only takes the full council things that it thinks the council needs to talk about.
Sorry, I've got to press you on this. A minute ago you said decisions are not taken by the council.
They're taken by the cabinet,
taken
not
by
the
the
council.
executive.
Oh, I know. But, you're challenging it on the legal basis of...
One of our challenges is that cabinet government, it's a bit like Gina Miller did with Brexit and Parliament, if you like. One of our challenges is that the whole Parliament of the local people should be able to decide this, not just the cabinet government. That's one of the challenges. There's also a human rights challenge in terms of vulnerable people losing their right to a home and having to put up with disruption for several years. That's also a challenge. And freedom of information, because all these new vehicles that are being set up, you do not have the same rights to obtain information which you have if you're still within a council.
Can you tell us the dates again? The dates of
This Wednesday and Thursday.
25th and 26th October. It's from 9 o'clock outside the Royal Courts of Justice in the Strand. There will be a demonstration and people with placards, and then during the court in the public gallery.
Listen, just very quick question. Can you make your claim document
Can you share your claim document?
I've got a two-page summary
No,
here.
we get that. I mean,
For
the
people
actual
on
legal claim. Is that a document you can email to?
Not until it's mentioned in court.
Right, well, once, as of Thursday, it would be enormously helpful.
Yeah, very good.
There's a very brief summary here.
Okay, pass that around, but I think let's focus back to Eileen. Thank you, that was really nice. And thank you for all the work you've all done on it, because, you know, it's so overwhelming when you get a massive kind of council-led sort of decision to set up these vehicles and take away these rights. And, you know, the fact that you've actually done all that work is fantastic. Eileen, do you think it would be useful for us to go back to the idea of the listening, the balance,
I should make clear I'm not a member of the Green Party. Our campaign, Fen Council Housing, is not party politically affiliated. It has lots of people involved, including Green Party members and people who no party at all. But from our point of view, we work as broad uniting campaigns that link tenants, housing campaigners, trade unions and politicians who agree, and that's how we've in some places achieved some success. And in my mind, the Greens can play a really good pivot role. I've got here a list of, well, it's over 80 estates in London, and they're not all in, you know, Westminster is trying to doze through lots of its estates. Lots of the Tory councils are that list too. It seems to me, if you wanted to pick some strategic ones where you decided that you were going to try and make the issue of the ballot a key crunch issue locally, politically, in terms of campaigning, who has the right to decide about these homes. Now, this is the kind of area where it's not for me to tell you, but I am absolutely confident that that could have a galvanising effect on London politics if you could do it.
Scott.
I'm going to speak up a bit because I'm competing with that noise. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Good, okay. When I was a newly elected councillor in 2014, I went to a property fair that the council paid. It was about £340. I'd only been in for about 2 months, and the cabinet member for housing and land was getting up, making a speech about how there were 6 estates effectively for sale, touting for business, tarting off public land, and I put my hand up, and he couldn't see me in the crowd, and then he said, "Oh, there's a planted question from Councillor Scott Ainsley, the only Green in the village."
God, do they call you the only Green in the village?
Well, pretty much.
That's what they do to me.
No, I called myself that after you, but it's a good catchphrase that sticks and everyone remembers it. But I put my hand up and I said, "Excuse me, this will be news to quite a lot of the people that live on some of these estates, and you could cut the atmosphere in the room with a knife." Suddenly, the people that were there to buy that land, that maybe had a bit of a sniff of, "Oh, there's an opportunity here to make some profit," suddenly went, "Oh, is there a bit of contention? Is there a bit of carpet about to be stuck into the wheels of the bulldozers?" Now, Cressingham Gardens, Central Hill, they may have been demolished by now. You talk about cabinet making these decisions. These decisions were made some time ago, and it's almost preordained. So this notion, this tokenistic nonsense of some consultation when the decision's already been made, it's a bit like Ford saying you can have any colour of car you want as long as it's black. It's a sham, and we have to take Labour to task on this, because actually what's not helped is that Jeremy Corbyn stood with the cabinet member for housing in Lambeth, took a photograph with him, and you just think he's proud that, you know, people are getting new social homes. Why can't we talk about council homes anymore. These are council homes. It's time to reclaim the narrative. They are council homes, they should remain council homes, and we should protect council homes, and we should always use the term council homes. Pussyfooting around with these loose terms of affordable and social, they are council homes, they should remain so. But I am really encouraged by what you're doing in Haringey, and I'm sure a lot of people in Lambeth, if they don't already know about it, I'm sure they do, will be there to support. Aye, good.
Who makes the decision?